Hey everyone, back again. Welcome back to another video review. This time, I would like well, first I'd like to once again thank my fans, subscribers, whatever, for everything. And yeah, so this time we are going to be taking a look at KaneFan701's special Ghost Train, The Untold Story of Timothy. Now, if you may have remembered, I actually reviewed Timothy, but not Timothy the Ghost Train. I reviewed Timothy the Quarry Engine from the TV series. And then, of course, that was followed up by the Ghost Train, The Untold Story of Timothy remake. Though it wasn't a total remake, obviously, so... Anyhow. And I've seen your comments, and even KaneFan701. I mean, I just want to say, for KaneFan701, once again, your content is just so unique and amazing, and I think you deserve, you deserve an Oscar, you deserve an Emmy, you deserve a lot of recognition for your story in Timothy. It's just so cool. Anyways, so what is Timothy? Well, Timothy is a ghost train, as I said. He's a lot like Thomas. But he's silver, and he has the number 0, and and he worked on Sodor before Thomas arrived on Sodor when he did. So, what is the Untold Story of Timothy? So, basically, I'll try and keep this video short, just so I don't go overzealous and whatever. All right. So basically, what happens is this. And the special, by the way, is in 8 parts, in case you're wondering. So basically the plot is this. Timothy is an old engine, alright? He's the same kind of engine as Thomas, the LBSC E2. Of course, he leaves the station, but then when he goes to his next stop, he goes right past it. Drives off a cliff, kills himself, kills his crew, kills everyone, the end. Although I don't... Yeah, I could be wrong on that, but... if anyone survived, because I know in my special I said that no one survived, so... But yeah, and then, obviously, we of course get to know a lot of the characters, Thomas, Percy, Toby, whatever... and they all have their encounters with Timothy. No joke. Timothy beats everyone on Sodor, including just passing by the, obvious characters like Terrence and Rosie and whatever, just for example. So yeah, pretty much Percy encounters him first, and pretty much he's scared the crap out of by Timothy. I'm going to talk about Timothy in a minute, but basically what Timothy's end goal is that he pretty much wants to end Thomas, essentially. He wants to send Thomas to hell, as stated in the special. Now, KaneFan701, he not only narrated and directed and produced and edited the film, he also did Timothy's demon voice, which is pretty cool. And it's pretty cool, obviously, too. Now, if you couldn't tell in my review, or my special of The Untold Story of Timothy, of course, I had the software to make my voice sound a lot like Timothy's demonic voice, which is pretty cool. And obviously, KaneFan, you are most certainly welcome to voice in my series if you want to. It's up to you, but all the Thomas guys, like KaneFan and Enterprising Agent Society 3, Thomas 1, Edward 2, Henry 3, for example, you guys can even join in. Heck, even Train Lover 476. You're most certainly welcome to join in my series if you want to. And as much as I'd like to join yours. Okay, so back to the special. So pretty much Timothy, he goes scaring everyone. And of course, I'll explain about Timothy at the end, actually, but there's a lot that goes on. So basically, after Percy encounters Timothy, Thomas then encounters Timothy, and they have a bit of a showdown, kind of. But then Thomas gets to Timothy, gets to his good side, and then Timothy explains, okay, the old controller mistreated Timothy, right? And is going to sell him for parts. Timothy doesn't like it. That pretty much what causes Timothy to crash off the cliff, which was actually going to be the viaduct in the present day. But that's also that's a little thing. That's one of the reasons why I made Thomas Timothy and the Evil Controller, which was because the old controller, though we saw him in flashback, we didn't see him as a ghost, and that's, anyhow. So after Thomas is like, hey, hey Timothy, we can work through this. Timothy goes back to his demonic side, and yeah. Did I forget to mention there were spoilers? So, sorry. So then Thomas is visibly upset. So then, after that, it's Gordon, Henry, and James that they next encounter. Which is pretty crazy. Honestly, out of all the confrontations, I think Gordon was pretty creeped out, and I know Henry was visibly upset in that, and James was just spooked as hell. But yeah, so once that is said and done, Thomas and the engines decide to plot against Timothy to stop him. So what they do is that they devise a plan, and it's actually on the day of Timothy's suicidal accident that they do this. So what happens is Percy and Toby create a diversion, and Thomas just goes after Timothy on the viaduct, where of course Timothy met his demise, and of course Thomas's driver throws explosives out of Thomas's cab and pretty much makes Timothy crash. So, and of course he was carrying the train, and he's, oh my god, and the faces that Timothy makes, the demonic faces, my goodness, they were pretty interesting, to say the least. And there are a lot of jump scares in the special, so just be warned, if you're planning to watch it, there's going to be a ton of jump scares and pop-ups of Timothy's face, and he goes, it just goes crazy. So they pretty much stop Timothy there, and then Sir Thomas, well, he finds out about the viaduct's destruction. He doesn't actually find out what exactly happened, which is pretty interesting, because usually Sir Thomas on top of things. But anyways, so they repaired the viaduct 1 year later in the special, and then at the end, Thomas is reminiscing of Timothy and hoping he returns to his good side. But in hell, of course this isn't hell, Timothy pretty much survives his encounter and states that he is coming back. So this would most likely hit, we are going to see a sequel about Timothy. So yeah, that is that's the special. All in all, I think it was pretty crazy to see. It was pretty amazing to see Timothy. But like I said, going back to Timothy, Timothy is a character, I think, because he was supposed to be in the show, from what I understand. Of course, this was a creepypasta, but I've heard another version where he was supposed to be in the TV show, but he was cut out because due to the scene where he crashes off the cliff and whatever. And of course, this is alleged to be in VHS tapes of Ghost Train or whatever, but to be honest, I mean, I'm kind of thankful he isn't in the show, but hopefully we may get a mention or a cameo in the future. Who knows? But to be honest, Timothy is amazing. He's one interesting character. I think KaneFan701 did an amazing job on Timothy's voice work. And I know he didn't do his innocent / normal self. It was someone else. I think it was Scotland Mr. Conductor, or Scotland Conductor. I could be wrong on your username, man, but you did an amazing voice too. In fact, all the voice work and all the action scenes, the shots, the jump scares, it was crazy. Especially the jump scare on Henry in one of the deleted scenes was... was lo and behold expected, but not surprising because, man, and the faces are so crazy. Like there's some where he's just flipping out, and there's even a lot of them have bloody gashes over his face, which is crazy. So that must have been, well, this is one of few questions of mine. Well, the bloody gashes, did it come from when he crashed off the viaduct and landed on his face and die and explode? Maybe. But the other question I'd like to have is, where did Thomas's driver get the explosive charge to just blow up the viaduct and cause Timothy's ghost to derail and crash through the hole? I mean, I'm no expert, but did Thomas's driver just borrow an explosive from the narrow gauge engines? Because of course the narrow gauge engines, of course, carry gunpowder and whatever. But my goodness, I was like, okay, I know he threw the explosives, but where did he get it? Did he just made it himself? Did he just, I don't know. But anyhow, it's crazy. I'm just amazed with KaneFan701's work. He's done an amazing job, and he's actually lent his demonic voice and his narrating voice to other users, which is amazing. So that's dedication right there. And of course, I dedicated my version of Ghost Train to you, KaneFan701, because your special was amazing, and I just felt that Timothy the Ghost Train should have encountered Timothy the Quarry Engine, which obviously happened in my episode there. Now, in case you're wondering what's going to be up for next year's Halloween, well, that's hard to say. I know I've seen the Clinchfield Curse, which is interesting, which is an engine that almost looks like Murdoch or whatever. And then, of course, the Curse of Kirk Ronan and whatever. Those I have thought of to do a remake special of my own, just so, differentiate from other versions. But to be honest, I really think that you should check out KaneFan701's Ghost Train, The Untold Story of Timothy. It's amazing. He does a great job on the character. I mean, I've seen other people remake and do other things. I've seen people do Ghost Train, The Untold Story of CJ, for example, or whatever. I can't forget who the subscriber is, but I know I know you wanted me to have CJ appear in the Scaredy Engine Spencer, or in a future Halloween episode where Spencer meets CJ. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I won't. I just haven't thought of, okay, what am I going to do for next year? But that's a year from now, guys. So, all in all, guys, I would highly recommend checking out The Untold Story of Timothy. There is a lot of jump scares. There's a lot of character. There's a lot of intensity. It's just amazing. And to see Timothy is just amazing. And in a detailed fashion, much like, much like others. It's amazing. I don't think you'll be disappointed by this, guys. And I think you should go check it out. You will not be disappointed. If you really want to watch something for Halloween, then chances are you're going to watch it. It's amazing. So yeah, that is my video review of KaneFan701's video, Ghost Train, The Untold Story of Timothy, and the Halloween specials. Guys, I know you've been saying, hey, where is the final part of my series? It's going to be up there, guys. It should be up around the time the next 3 videos are uploaded. But don't worry, guys. There's going to be a lot more content after this. So like I say, guys, feel free to like, subscribe, comment, rate, video respond, all of this. I'll see you all guys later. I'll be back as soon as possible with my next video. And yeah, so take care, see you soon, have a good day, and I will catch you all later. Bye-bye.